The Shunji family of 7 siblings are about to find out they ain't blood-related at all. That could turn this anime straight up criminal, just like its premise hints. 'Cause if it's a romance, you know what kind, right? So come with me, my dude, for another video. Stick around till the end, drop your like, and let's get into the recap. Our narrator says that in Seiju, Setagaya Ward, Tokyo, there's this loaded family. Rumors about him spread like wildfire across all of Setagaya. The place where a successful businessman lives in a fancy mansion with tons of staff. Plus, a family with 7 crazy good-looking siblings living there. We meet 16-year-old Arata chatting with his bro Shion, 15, about how to get a girlfriend, but Shion's clueless. Thing is, Arata wants to know how Shion scored with you. Shion just says it kinda happened. Arata's shook, totally freaking out for some love. Then we meet the other Shiunji siblings, the 5 sisters. 16-year-old Uka says the boys shouldn't be whispering secrets. There's 17-year-old Seiha, the brainy one who only spits facts. Guys mostly talk about dirty stuff anyway. We see 15-year-old Minami, surprised the brothers chat about girls most of the time. And then their goddess, my favorite, no cap. The supremacy of Banri is real. The oldest sister is 18, and the shyest and quietest of all is 14-year-old Kotoko. Oka bets Arata wants the deets on the dirty stuff Shion does with his girlfriend Yu. Arata gets all flustered defending himself. He'd never do something that stupid. But Shion jumps in, stirring the pot, and claims Arata said Uka's getting a killer bod. Bruh, that ain't something you say about your sister, dear lord. Banri says it's normal for a teen virgin dude to do that stuff. Her voice all sultry like, "Whoa there girl, easy. My blood pressure can't handle all that sexy." Banri explains it's normal for him, 'cause he lives with so many hot girls. But Seiha drops the hard truth. Incest makes babies with messed up problems. Better not put those ideas in Arata's head. Still, my guy Arata ain't the perv they're making him out to be, poor dude. Shion comments on each of them. Banri's at a top college studying nursing, super kind and popular with everyone. Then there's Seiha, a third-year high schooler, science club prez, top grades in school. Being all cold, she's got her own fan club. Next up's Uka, mad popular and crazy athletic, star of the track and swim teams, and favorite to be next student. Council prez on to Minami, a first-year genius who won the middle school tennis championship 3 years straight. She's a raw gem who could be an Olympian someday. That's what everyone hopes. Super kiddo-like and popular. The youngest is 9th grader, Kotono, the shyest and quietest one. Later, Uka's dying to know which girl Arata likes. Gossipy Shion spilled some tea, but horny Ara won't talk, not even to his twin sis. Finally, he just says he thinks Yokoyama's cute, so Uka grabs her phone to hook him up, but he ain't having it, wants to do things his way. With that, dinner time rolls around for a big announcement from their dad. They're all adopted in this house. Their dad promised his wife Shihiro he'd tell him when Kotono turned 15. And since it's her birthday dinner, boom, time's up. The only blood-related ones are Shion and Minami. They're actual twins. Arata's deep in thought about this crazy bomb dropped on the whole family. He remembers Banri's words. After 15 years together, they can't be anything but siblings. Arata heads to the bathroom for a shower to chill. He strips down and hops in, but then spots Kotono in the tub. Awkward. Arata says he'll wait in his room till she's done, but Kotono wants his help scrubbing her back with the sponge. So he helps out, telling her she's gotta learn to do it herself. She's old enough now, right? Here he's acting totally normal, decent dude, but as he goes to leave, Kotono hugs him. From behind, buck-naked Uka and Shion are talking about having no blood ties, and this kid hits me with, they could even get married, since Japanese law ain't against non-blood relatives tying the knot. But that talk makes Uka wanna puke. Shion's got it all wrong, total crazy talk. Still, Shion's just saying it theoretically, just a possibility. Uka wants the deets on that game center incident with horny Ara and Kotono, when everyone saw him on top of her on the floor. But they doubt Arata's that pervy, it's more of a meme, right? But Shion promised not to tell, then spills everything 2 seconds later. Kotono confessed to horny Ara. Uka's shook, but Arata handled it right and didn't do nothing, just tried to bail. Kotono grabbed him though, wouldn't let him leave. Shion says now that everyone knows there's no blood link, Kotono might go wild and pull something. Then we cut back to the bathroom scene. Kotono hugging Arata from behind saying she loves him, not getting why it's wrong. She even googled it and asks if she's a bad girl cause of this. Arata says, nah, lots of teens get mixed up feelings about people close to him. He's her big bro. Blood or not, that ain't changing. Arata heads back to his room, and Seiha's there in a nightie waiting on his bed. This got real sketchy real fast. Arata asks what she wants. She gets close. Vibe gets weird. Pushes him down on the bed and straddles him. Whatever she's planning gotta stay secret. She starts checking his pulse. But this shameless anime ain't playing dumb. It knows what angles it's showing. Arata thinks Seiha's catching Kotono's love bug too. Then Seiha says, nothing major to worry about, leaving Arata confused. She admits she saw him leave the bathroom while Kotono was bathing. Oh, Arata's screwed. Worse? Seiha saw everything when she went for her own bath. She knew about Kotono's crush, and figured Arata might snap and get handsy. So she ran this test to see how he'd act. Seiha says none of them are safe from this. Except Shion and Minami, actual twins, no funny business. So theoretically, hot stuff could happen. Arata loses it at how dead serious Seiha says this, like she's talking about a school science project. Next day, Arata's heading to school when he spots Banri and Kotono wearing her college nursing uniforms. Kotono's rockin' Banri's spare. Banri teased him about it, leaving Arata all flustered and red. After school, Arata walks with tennis genius Minami. No practice today. Some fangirl students show up wanting pics with her. Girl's straight up Neymar level famous now. That cause when Minami started school, someone snapped her in the boys' uniform. It blew up, making her super popular with the girls. Arata's low-key salty Minami's stealing all the chicks. Turns out she skipped practice cause she bombed her placement tests. Coach sent her home to study. Not a free pass like she pretended. Minami's a beast on the court but a total dunce in class, so Arata tutors her at a karaoke spot. But you can tell she ain't absorbing squat. Walking home, Arata spots his crush. With another dude. Minami clocks it immediately. She's hyped from singing her heart out. Study time? Nah. She tells Arata not to sweat it if his crush has a boyfriend. Oka spilled the tea. Obvi. Arata's pissed about Miss Loudmouth exposing his life. Minami says he's got dope qualities. Funny, hardworking, loves his sibs madly. Patting his head to cheer him up. Next morning after washing up, Arata sees Kotono getting ready for school. He notes she's been radio silent since the bathroom incident. At school, Arata's creeping on Yokoyama when, whoosh, Uka appears whispering, I love you, in his ear. Dude just jumps, not even registering it. Low-key, I doubted she actually said it too. Came out of nowhere. Uka tells him to shoot his shot with la Yokoyama. He says she's taken, so Uka calls him pathetic for giving up without trying. Uka's friends check Arata out. One even says she'd marry him. But Uka trashes his rep on the spot. Calls him a horny brute with gorilla brains. Then she dips with her squad. The Shiunjis hit the Disney-esque theme park for Kotono's B-Day. Banri tells everyone not to get lost, but Uka and Minami are geekin', out hardest over the park mascot, with me. Arata and Banri go fetch snacks. But surprise, surprise, the sibs scatter and ghost their phones. So Banri and Arata say, screw it, and ride solo. Arata ends up scarfing all the food alone. Dudes, about to explode. Awkward scene. Melons press against Arata, while he stares dead ahead. Banri teases him, almost giving the poor guy a heart attack. This is so wrong, even Arata admits. All the dudes are checking out Banri on the walk over. Next level beauty. Narrator winks. Still loyal to the supremacy of Banri, yo the two. Ride the roller coaster. Others scattered elsewhere. Arata's having a blast, almost dying from fun. Later, Arata meets Shion and they find the group. Kotono's super quiet, barely celebrating her own birthday. They hit the space roller coaster. To cheer Kotono up, Banri and Arata stay solo, reminiscing how she always defended him when the others picked on him as a kid. Banri, 1-1 ultimate big sis goals. Then, splash. A girl trips carrying juices. Right before Banri gets drenched, and sensational, Arata jumps in front and takes the soak. Always got your back, Banri. Yeah, she's head over heels now. Rest of the sibs show up. Seiha spills to the sisters. Kotono's bathroom stunt plus her test on Arata's bed. Verdict: zero perv intentions. Sisters are shook, Uka especially. Now they gotta handle Kotono. Maybe just a confused phase? Uka reveals the game center thing was Kotono's doing too. Seiha adds, no blood ties probably freed Kotono to act. Later, Arata looks wrecked, total exhaustion. He does notice Kotono actually had fun, surprisingly. Cue theme park fireworks. Seiha spills to the sisters. Kotono's bathroom stunt plus her test on Arata's bed. Verdict: zero perv intentions. Sisters are shook, Uka especially. Now they gotta handle Kotono. Maybe just a confused phase? Uka reveals the game center thing was Kotono's doing too. Seiha adds, no blood ties probably freed Kotono to act. Later, Arata looks wrecked, total exhaustion. He does notice Kotono actually had fun, surprisingly. Cue theme park fireworks. Twins. Arata's like, get to the point? She drops another, I love you. Back turned, then locks eyes with him. Cut to Arata grinding in the home gym Sunday AM. Minami shows up to not get chicken legs. Horny Ara's weirdly hyped this early. Arata learned discipline from dad. True leaders handle themselves first. Minami's acting off. Flashback, her catching Uka's I love you at the park. She bolted. Now it's stuck in her head. Did she mishear? Is it real? Driving her nuts. She asks if something happened with Uka, but chokes and makes it worse. Arata shrugs. We fight, it's sibling stuff. Minami can't phrase it right. Bails to train later. Arata heads to shower, puzzled about Minami. Opens the door, bam! Seiha in her underwear. He whips his head away. Lock the damn door! Seiha launches into narrating the scene like a super sus romance manga. Which, let's be real, fits this anime's whole vibe. Peak fourth wall breakage right here. She says if Arata got so flustered seeing her bod, she's sorry. But he should be used to it. They're sibs, this happens. Just see it and move on like nothing. Later, Arata's chillin' but sore from the workout. Banri asks to come in, shocked his room's actually tidy for a teen guy. She snoops on his laptop, looking for dirty stuff in his history. She tricks him, pretending she hacked it, making Arata spill the beans. Yikes, maybe he does got something hidden. Banri says she'd worry if he had nothing to hide, then suggests they go on a date to get Arata a new phone. Girl keeps teasing him with her curves, and dude's clueless how to react. Arata wonders why. This random outing? So he picks a phone super fast. Banri notes he chose way too quick. You can tell someone's romantic taste by how long they pick a phone's look or features. She's happy Arata cares more about personality. But looks matter too. Can't date someone you'd never argue with, right? The salesgirl offers a couple's promo plan for a discount. Banri hugs Arata, turning the screws. Later they grab ice cream and remember a childhood fight over it. All 'cause Minami ate Kotono's share. Cue Uka versus Minami brawl. Arata recalls Banri's scared of anything supernatural. Just thinking what about ghosts makes her shake. She asks how things are. All normal, says Arata. Cut to Kotono happily looking at park pics. Then Banri sends a selfie, with Arata to the family chat. Kotono saves it just for herself, getting jealous seeing them together. But shakes it off to study. Banri gets a text. Gotta bounce for an emergency. Arata figures she called him, 'cause she's got no one else, not even a BF. Banri ruffles his hair. Arata's still just a baby. Outside, Banri tells Minami she asked her to check if something happened with Arata Uka. But all's quiet, Minami's, showering, obsessing over that day. Pissed she found nothing. She knows she heard I love you, maybe she misheard. Mid-panic, she texts the family group instead of Banri. Splash, deletes it fast. But Uka pops up. Hurry up, I want a shower. Minami freaks she might have seen. Seems like Uka didn't. Record scratch, Kotono saw the message about Uka and Arata. Game over. The Shiunji family's chillin' at dinner when Arata notices Seiha's been super quiet and thoughtful. Heading upstairs, he sees she's still like that, so he asks if she needs anything, cause Big Bro's got her back. Hearing that, Seiha says he sounds like a knight in shining armor, and suddenly suggests playing Twister. Arata's clueless where that idea came from. Wonder if she bought it on Amazon late night after feeling guilty about that test thing she pulled on him? Seiha says it is kinda about that. She felt crazy intense emotions after visiting his room the other day. With entrance exams looming, she needs to confirm this feeling to stay focused. The game's no biggie. But if things get wild, cross a line, and there's physical attraction, Seiha would freak out. But science rules. She wants proof. Arata's freaked just thinking another sister might be into him. Seiha starts the game, cool as a cucumber so far. Arata's gotta play cause he owes her big time for helping him study and ace his tests. Seiha says they gotta get closer for the experiment. To work, Arata yells for her to back off cause he's losing his mind. Then the anime hits us with those criminal camera angles, totally feeding the average 15-year-old otaku. Arata can't bail now. Quitting would mean admitting he's feeling physical attraction. To make it worse, Seiha's sweating and breathing heavy. These two are this close to crossing a line. Or maybe they already did, huh? Arata puts his foot on blue, but accidentally touches Seiha's butt. Seiha goes full science mode, explaining human pleasure, while striking even more awkward poses. After all that, she gets tired and falls butt first onto Arata. She gets up and ends the game. Arata tries to chill and not feel anything. Seiha then confirms with this empirical experience that everything was just physical exertion. Zero attraction. To her bro Arata, Uka walks over to Arata, and they start gaming, playing a specific fighting game. Uka's winning at first while Arata's spaced out, but then he takes it seriously, making Uka mad she's losing. So she fakes a bathroom trip but starts messing with him, just like when they were kids. There is a setup for Arata to lose, but she keeps hitting him with killer moves while he's got hormones going wild, getting weird feelings from Uka's legs and boobs. So he powers up and flips her to the floor. Super awkward and tense vibe. Feeling that sexual tension between these siblings, man. He tries acting normal when Uka says he finally decided to be a man, then gets up and leaves, complaining in her head that Arata pulled the big bro card now, but next time he better not hold back and just go for her. Good grief, this is crime after crime. Poor Arata's freaking out over Uka's words, heads off to sleep, and we see heard everything. Their dad wants to chat with Arata. Meanwhile, the girls watched a rom-com and are gossiping about it. As always, Bamri's the most perfect eye. Believe in supremacy of Bamri. They're heading back to their rooms when Kotono, nervous this whole convo, suddenly blurts out that she loves Arata for all to hear. Bamri already knows, and so does everyone. But Kotono doubles down. She's into Arata as a man and sees the others as rivals. Kotono's super happy they're not blood-related, so she can go ahead and marry Arata someday. Dad Kaname says not everyone's strong enough to resist love, admitting he married their mom cause she was hot. Says he was weak for falling so fast. Then asks if Arata remembers him promising to show everyone room 8. Arata recalls. Kaname said he'd reveal it when they were older. Arata says he knows his dad had good reasons to hide the adoption, and he's proud to be Kaname's son. That's why he'll handle family business while dad focuses on work. Cut to a totally random scene. A girl playing in sand while all sisters recite lines from a letter, seemingly to their brothers. The girl tells the maid she's visiting the family grave. Then Arata shows up. He's Chihiro's dad, and her mom's right there. As the sisters finish the letter's message, one says she did this. Dude, this anime's wild and criminal. Production's solid though. NGL I watched cause it's dubbed and it's a riot. If you made it this far, smash that like for some Bamri blessings in your life. Not a sister plus God, just a girl like that. Hit subscribe for support, and ring that bell so you don't miss out. Peek the description and card for more questionable recaps, or not. Thanks for the constant support, and peace out.